Successful midweek of European action for Dundee United. Today they would welcome Falkirk back to the top flight. They hadn't been there in 15 years, but what a season last season was for John McGlynn's side.
Domestically, the league is what it's all about. You know, this is the bread and butter for every team in the Premiership. I'd rather be coming into it without the injuries that we've managed to pick up. But look, we're not going to make any excuses. It is what it is. Injuries happen. I believe that we've got a good enough group of players that's fit and available, and those guys are going to have to dig deep to get through today, and then obviously recover quickly for the game on Thursday in Vienna.
As for Dundee United, a couple of changes from Thursday night as Isaac Papo and Max Waters come in for Ferry and Trapanovsky. United with pretty much a new look side. We'll be looking to follow up the two victories over Unerstrassen with another one here and set themselves up for another positive campaign under Jim Goodwin.
Listen, we're always disappointed when we don't win games of football. I think over the whole piece, when we analysed the game back, I think a draw was probably a fair outcome. We asked a lot of the group that we had available to us today. We've had to change the shape given the personnel that we had available to us. If from a neutral perspective, if you're sitting at home watching on the telly, you'd probably look at it and think it's quite entertaining. It was quite end to end. Both teams had chances. Both teams trying to win the game. There was an awful lot of counter-attacks within it. I did think we looked a little bit better on the ball. I thought those three in the middle of the park were excellent. Sybil does brilliant for the first goal. Kamara never stopped running all afternoon. And we scored a couple of decent goals. A great finish from Max Waters.
Sybil drags that across the face of goal. Waters! What's the man to miss that one? He smashes it home!
The fact that we got our noses in front in the second half and then to concede so soon after that is the real disappointment for us. I felt we had enough bodies back there to deal with that situation.
Drops here to Spencer. And there's the moment for Falkirk. Delivered by Dylan Tate. The moment they craved, the moment they've waited for. Scoring a goal back in the top division. Cameron. Slides that ball through. Dolček striding forward, finding a way, and Dundee United have the edge again. He saw the gap, he went for it. Ivan Dolček, who they used to call a mini Frank Ribery. He's found Adams. A chance for Ross, and it diverts in. Famous Falkirk strike again. They weren't behind for long.
The players were running on empty towards the end of the game. This group of players are going to have to recover really quickly in time for Thursday evening. When you consider where we've come in the last couple of years, the challenges that we face right now regarding balancing out the domestic game time with the European stuff, I think it's a credit to everybody involved behind the scenes at the club, the backroom team and the players who were with us last year to put us in this position. A couple of years ago on this weekend we were preparing for a game against Arbroath in the Championship. Today we're disappointed to only take a point away in the league, and we've now got to go and prepare for a European tie against Rapid Vienna. So we've come a long way in a really short period of time.